Video we're going to see how to use mail merge and label creation in a Google Doc. The first thing we need to do is go to add-ons here, which is going to be on top. Remember that this can only be used in personal Gmail accounts. You cannot use them in Google Apps for Education or Business yet. We're going to click on add-ons. We're going to get here where it says get add-ons. And here in the search box in the corner, we're going to put first mail merge. I'll click on that, and out will pop the two that could be viable options. We're going to choose this one. As soon as we click on this, we're going to click on free up here in the upper right hand corner. It's going to open up something similar to a permission. We're going to say yes. If we don't press yes, we can't use this. It'll take its time to add that on. And we should actually see this being added. It will tell you mail merge by MailChimp is down and ready to go. And it says send email, view reports, and help. We're going to leave that there for a second. And we're going to add another one. But the other one, unfortunately, is not in the add-on store directly. So if I click on get add-ons, and it pops up here, and I put in Avery mail merge, label merge, which is what we want. It's not going to be here when you press enter. It's going to say something like this does not exist. So sadly, we're going to have to add it on in an external manner. We're going to open up a new tab, and we're going to stick this as a search option here and click on enter. When that comes out, the first one will say Avery label merge, Google Docs add-on. We're going to click on that guy. Something like this is going to come up, and we're going to do the same process. We're going to click on free here in the upper right hand corner to add this guy. It's going to come down here. It says let's get started, continue. It's going to do the same thing. We have to accept. And once that's done, we should have both well, now it's working now. Again, same thing. We have to wait. It says Avery label merge has been set up. And so we have now the add-ons Avery label merge, new merge, and merge by MailChimp. Okay. These are the two ones we're going to use along with a Google Spreadsheet, which will allow us to take the information we need. Now, the only thing here is we need to change the paper size just in case this would affect the possibility of making the labels correctly. So we're going to go to File, we're going to go to Page Setup, we're going to put this in Portrait, put this in Letter, and put this in white. Press OK, and we will now have this ready to go. We're going to follow the instructions here. We're going to use a Google Sheets. So we're going to click on this guy and click on this. It's going to open up a new sheet. And in this sheet, we're going to put the column titles here so that the label merger can grab those when we start working on it. Okay, so now that we have our spreadsheet filled out with things like name, address, city, state, and zip, we can actually make these smaller, so it's easier to see. Okay, so we have this here between A and C, 1 through 4, so we know exactly where the information is. Let's go back to our document, and it says here, we are now going to select menu, items, add-ons, Avery label merge, and new merge. So we're going to go to add-ons here now that we have this set. We're going to put Avery label merge and then new merge. It's going to work. It's going to sit here for a second. And what we want here is the address labels. So we're going to click on that. And then we can choose the amount we want. We have different sizes here. The size and the amount you want on each page will depend totally up to what you need. We're just going to include this one here. And to have 20 labels per sheet, we're going to click on select. And it's going to say choose a spreadsheet to take this from. And right now we're going to push on Avery to see if it'll find it. It did. We're going to click on this guy. And we're going to press on select. Well, by the way, this name I added to the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet before was called Untitled. You actually have to change the title of the spreadsheet. So if we go to the spreadsheet here, actually click on this guy and click on the title and change that after you fill out your information or beforehand. It makes no difference, but you just make sure that the title is clear so that you can find it later on. In this case, I select on it and I'm going to press select. It's going to work for a bit. It's grabbing the column header names, as you can see here. And down below, we have a couple of options. It says product. We can change the product here. Spreadsheet, we chose that one. Sheet, we can choose sheet 1 or whatever sheet we need to go to if it's on a different sheet. And then rows here, we have rows 2 through 4. Sheet, it says sheet has 4 rows, so we're fine with that. In this case, we're just going to change this to 1 just in case to see how it works. And then we're going to finally add, we're going to put our cursor here, and then we will add these, and we have to press enter each time. So we're going to click on name, enter, address, enter, city, state, and zip, and we're ready to go. After doing that, we're going to click on merge. Down in the corner here, it says merging, please wait. We're just going to let it sit there. It says creating a document, done merging. It tells you open your document, view the results, and to print. It says print on plain paper first, check print alignment on your product. We're going to click on open here. And as you can see, it all came out. And we can change this page setup here to change the color. We can actually change the margins here if we have to. Press OK on that. It turns white. But as you can see, everything is filled out the way it needs to be. Obviously, if you're using sticker labels, you're going to have to play around with this a little bit until the printing comes out exactly in the right places. But it shouldn't take too long. And as long as you can play around with the margins and things like that, you should be able to get it to where it goes on top of the physical labels. So that's in regards to printing or making and designing the label addresses for your clients or family members or whatnot. Now we're going to see how to make a mail merge so we can send generic emails in a personalized way to other people. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to send an email, a personalized email. A mail merge, basically what it does is it sends a generic email, the same email, to a bunch of people, but the introduction is personalized so the person thinks that the email is directed towards them. In this way, as we mentioned before, we're going to use a merge by MailChimp, and we're going to select send email. In this case, we're going to click on that. And it's going to ask once again for our data source. Now, the data source is the same spreadsheet we've been using. And as you can see, I've added another column here which says email, and I'm putting the email of John Doe here. Now, obviously, these are going to be different people. It makes no difference. The emails just simply go under the column that has email in the first row, as you can see. This is very important because many things that use spreadsheets on the add-ons will always be based upon the first row in regards to names. Let's go back out and go back to our document that we've been using here. So we're going to select Avery again. To find that, we're going to click on him, click on select. It's going to pop out. It's going to show me again something very similar to what we saw in the label merge. This time we have various options here. And we also have down here something called a preview and a send a test you can even use before you send out emails to make sure that the emails are working correctly and that the email looks coherent and the way you want it before you send it. That's very important. So here, simply put, we're going to put our cursor here. Again, you can put this page however you want it by going under File and under Page Setup. Doesn't make any difference because the email really doesn't have any margins. So in this case, we don't have to worry about it. So we're going to put here anything that we want at the beginning. Very simply, any information that's going to be useful. We can put the date, we can put anything we want. We can put April here, and let's say 27th, 2014. It makes no difference. We can put this guy to the left, to the right, I'm sorry. Let's go down, enter, go back to the right, to the left. Getting all confused here. And we're going to put dear, and then we can put a space. We go over here, and we're going to click on merge tags, as you can see here. All right, in merge tags, well, before we do that, let's go down here. As you can see, we have a spreadsheet, our worksheet, sheet 1 again. Header row is very important to grab information. We want that as row 1 because that gives us the generic names of each column. Here, we do not need, well, we do need information sometimes from row 1, but in this case we don't, so we don't care because row 1 is going to be the same here, so we're going to leave this at number 2. And then we have it already selected, funny enough, D as email. I knew that's what the email column was, so we don't have to worry about that. Going to merge tags, it's going to be loading, and the first thing we want here is the name, which is the most important. We're going to press clear. We have our cursor right here where we're going to want this to come out. We put name, and then we can put a comma. And we say thank you very much for your support. Okay, and then we can say sincerely, and you can put your name. Okay, and then if we go to, if we want to add something else, then we can go to email information. In this case, we're going to analyze what this entails. In this box, as you can see, we have a from. We're going to put Jason. We're going to put the email address where we're going to send this from. And then we have the email subject line. We'll just put thank you. And then permission reminder. Here it says, recipients forget signing up to list all the time to prevent false spam reports. Let's briefly remind your recipients how they got on your list. So you can put a little message there. And then footer alignment, this is the contact information. You can put your company information here, which would be, for me, the mobile philosopher. And then you can put the address down here. I don't have one because of the fact that I'm mobile, so it's not going to help me. Therefore, after you're done putting all that junk, you can actually go immediately and press on send email, and that will automatically send an email out to every single person that you have here under name. And it will be sent to these emails right here in theory. And again, to make sure that works, all you have to do is send a test, and that will be sent to you, and you will be able to see the email before it gets sent out to everyone else. So I hope this helped, and I hope you enjoy it and take advantage of it. Thank you.